Welcome to another stream. 1 minute. One minute. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. A new week, a new stream. And a new opportunity to make some money. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. We got a very eventful day today. And maybe we have to spin the wheel. What do you guys think? Maybe today we spin the wheel of punishment and wax. That would not be fun. That would not be fun. I'm in trade debate, guys. Or do the cinnamon challenge. Anyways, we got an eventful day. I'm also gonna let you guys know that there are gonna be an insane amount of haters in stream today. I can feel it. I can already tell. You wanna know why? Because my Twitter's been popping, and I just posted a link that I'm live now. So get ready. Get ready for an eventful stream. Okay, get your popcorn, get your stuff, because it's time to start making some money. If you guys do not already know, go check my most recent social media posts. Some very eventful things happened over the weekend. So I think regardless of the outcome of today, I think we're going to be okay. Anyways, insane gap up. Insane gap up higher. We gapped down lower due to the ultimatum the president gave Iran. And then when he backed out of it, we gap up quadruple the size of the gap down. What does that say, guys? What does that say? The market is moving off of emotions. The market is moving off of emotions. What is this doing? What is a very volatile rip up doing? What is a very volatile rip up doing? What's up, Zahid? Manipulation. This is straight up manipulation. And there's going to be some sort of news in 1 minute. And do not copy what I'm doing, but I'm thinking about putting a 1 micro. Just one micro. Just 1 micro. What do you think, chat? 140. Let's see. 140 is how much? $250, $200. 1 micro to see what 930 wants to do here, chat. We're gonna do 1 micro. For the shits and giggles, and for the amazing tweet, I think putting 1 micro is gonna be fine. Thank you, Riley, for the $1.49. What do you guys think? 1 micro? We have 30 seconds. But if nothing happens at 9:30, we close. Let's do it.
Order filled.
Let's do it. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Let's do it. But if 9:30 is not eventful, we're closing 1 micro instantly. We have 10 seconds. For the love of the game, chat. Oh, I need to put a stop loss. Oh. Hold on. Woo. What was I thinking not putting a stop? Yeah, I don't think 9:30 is going to be that crazy. We'll give it like 30 seconds, chat, and then we're going to close it if it's not going crazy. Let me check Twitter. Let me check the news really quickly. Get ready to spin the wheel. The love of the game, chat. We're now going to drag our stop to break even. We're going to let it play. We're going to let it play. We're spending like 90, 80 bucks on this. For the love of the game. But while we're waiting this, let's do our analysis while we're having some fun here. The market has ripped. I'm not going to anticipate an obvious daily range catch. Okay? I'm not. So when we get ready to actually take a proper trade and not 1 micro, okay? When we get ready to take an actual trade, what am I going to be looking for? Am I going to look for these relative equal lows down here? Am I going to look for some sort of high? No. I'm not going to look for either or. What I am going to look for, if I was to find a trade today, what I would look for is something where it engineers liquidity and then goes and grabs it and then close it out on that. So for example, like an OTE, where price action expands, traces, forms a low, expands back, close TP here. No external target today. Are we counting this towards your winners and losers? That's a good question. I think no, it's $25. And it's for the love of the game. It's not like I'm actually expecting a profit from this. Literally 1 micro just to get that tweet that if we go down here, I could say I top ticked it. Why did I take this for no apparent reason? Literally no apparent reason. This is 1 micro. We're just playing having some fun. But I am, while we're doing this, waiting for our analysis to catch an actual trade. Bro just wants to dip his toes. So for me to find an actual trade, I have to see a few things happen here. One, you can see oil dumping. The price of oil dumping $10 is insane. That is insanity. Oil in the span of a few minutes, or in 1 day, ranging 17%. Ranging $17 per barrel in 1 candle. Now, it's not as crazy as what happened here. What happened here is, don't even want to talk about it. But we have so much movement that we've already moved with. So much. Well, I need to fix this chart really quickly. There she is. Wait. Yeah, guys, I'm probably going to close this out. Keep my win rate at a positive here. What was I saying? We've moved so much. You don't want to target anything external. That is one key, like that is one rule of thumb. That is one rule of thumb, that you do not want to target anything external when price action moves crazy. Oil's down an insane amount. Silver's moving. Right? You're not going to target those highs. You're not going to target that low. 100% seeing him change the last few months, content creator rather than trader. Bro, it's one fucking micro. Ben's changed. Ben's switching up. He's a content creator now. Bro. Yo. Relax, bro. It's one micro. My account isn't going to get blown from losing $22 on a copy traded 150k counts. How could you? You've betrayed us. You're switching into a content creator, Ben. You're taking one micro. Yeah. Bro. I wish there was one of those gifs, like the you know, the dying rose, the emojis. That's what I would put right now. How could you do this, Ben? I know I betrayed you guys. But I'm not going to target some crazy external range liquidity today looking for a trade. I'm not going to do that at all. Don't know you personally, but I'm very proud of you retiring your parents. That was very touching. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. It will definitely be you if it's part of God's plan for this year or next year or whatever years to come. How could you do this to us? You're changing. You're turning into a content creator, Ben. You're changing on us. You put in one micro. It's over. Yeah, it looks like I'm probably going to end up closing this micro. The micro had a good run. But when we are looking for an actual trade here, guys, we're not looking for anything until 9:30 moves. And obviously, we're not going to be targeting any external low or high. But what I want to see is I'm bearish, right, chat? I'm looking at this as manipulation. Now, it is mainly intervened markets. Like, I think that it could continue to rip up higher until some sort of economic news wants to come out. But I want to see this low right here get attacked. So I want to see 9:30 potentially drive us up higher. That's if we're not going to go crazy at 9:30 with this one micro position. But back to the real world, when this trade's done, I want to see this low get attacked, but first I would ideally see that 9:30 to rip us up higher, maybe attack this internal range high.
Stop filled.
Yeah. Guys, $54. I'm broke. I just blew my accounts. I just blew the accounts, guys. It's good. It's wraps. Wrap it up. It's time to go home. Guys, it's over. Account's gone. But I want to see 9:30 rip up higher here, chat. What I'm looking for is price action to take some sort of internal range highs. Maybe a bunch of these highs here forming here. Price action to wick it out. And then after doing that, I want to see price action reverse to the downside and just attack that low. But until then, we're just going to... Oh, the fuck? We're going to let price action do its thing because it's a very lower probability day when it rips like this on a Monday. But my eyes are drawing towards that low right there. That is where my eyes are drawing. Nothing past it, though. Patience. That guy, ever since I called him out, saying, oh no, I'm a content creator, hasn't commented since. How did YouTube not blur that comment out? What the fuck? But, I mean, it's moving in the direction we want to see it. So, we're going to sit on our hands and wait and see if we find an opportunity. We're going to be patient, guys. Patience is everything. Everything. Anything and everything that you could have ever asked for is behind patience. I'm gonna make a shirt that says patience, but you know, it has pay instead of P-A. It's P-A-Y. Yeah, I know you know what I mean. Yo, Riley with the $10. Yeah, Ben, I seen the video of you retiring your parents and buying your brother a car with us being the same age. That is very motivational to me and showing it's very possible to keep up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. The $10, my man. God bless. I appreciate it. I'm trading yesterday. NQ's too volatile. I always stick with NQ. Hey, Ben, I want to thank you for your help on my road to profitability. Made 21K in the past week, and I think it was due to the change in my patience. Let's go, Chris. Congratulations. Don't result that success to me. That is all you. Well, it's all God, but don't result that success to me. Spin the wheel. That is not a loss, guys. But we're going to preserve that wheel spin for when we actually do lose a trade. And when that happens, it's going to be funny, okay? But we need to preserve it. I am scared, though, chat. I am scared for it to land on, like, eat a raw egg or wax. The Sprite challenge. The one chip challenge. But those I don't have at my house yet. We will have to respin if it lands on that. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. Well, we're doing what we called out, chat. We wanted to see price action rip up higher, and now it's starting to push down lower. I want to see it draw towards this low right here that we're looking for. Let's look at oil really quickly. You can see oil is starting to push up a little bit higher, but as you see, NQ is pushing down lower. It's breaking inefficiencies, but oil is just retracing. So I do think we have higher prices to go to, because what looks like a reversal in NQ here is just looking like a rebalance on oil to push down lower. So although people might get into shorts here, it's still going to turn up higher because oil has lower prices to reach to. It's rebalanced into an inefficiency and now it wants to trade down lower. So what we're looking at here is more movement to the upside. So we sit on our hands because we're not going to catch longs after the market ripping up 2%, 3% in 3 minutes, which is absolutely unheard of. But guys, we've been having a really good trading month this month. It started off a little rough because we went into it in our losing streak, but we bounced right back off of it. Had 8 winning days in a row, lost one day, and then won the next day like 5 RR. So we are doing pretty well if you ask me, and if you ask some of the traders in stream. What's the bias today? Neutral to internal range liquidity run short. But we are not having the craziest. We are definitely not having the craziest expectations. But fellas, guess what? It's my birthday coming up. Your boy is not going to be a teenager anymore. 6 days, chat. 6 days. Hold on, I'm just trying to log into something really quickly, but there's nothing to look for right now. I'm gonna be 20 soon. At least I can say I retired my parents at 19. You know? Or at least I can say that. I thought you were forever 19. 17 again? Do not look for any trade right now, guys. Let 930 play out. For you're only 19, yep. About to be washed and old. Yeah, guys, I think I might retire. I think my years have been very long, prosperous. It's time to come to an end. I'm getting old. But we got to be patient, guys. Again, our sell side liquidity is still in play, and I love how 930 is ripping us up above higher. But we need some external range liquidity to get hit for before reversal. I want to see oil attack this low, and I want to see NQ attack this high and this high, and then we look for that low. Till then, we're gonna sit on our hands and wait for the opportunity. Did they approve you for the car? Okay, here's now the issue. I got approved for the car, for the Lambo, but the insurance is what I'm not approved yet. They wrote down, you want to hear the dumbest shit ever? They wrote down the value of the Lamborghini at $2,900. And they called me back and it's like, wait, sorry, we approved you, but we have to take that back because we put down the value of the car at $2,900 and that wasn't the accurate quote and this, that. And then they call me and saying, yeah, well, the car pre-tax is $290,000 and our insurance program doesn't insure anything above $250,000. And I go, are you serious? I just put a deposit on this car. I just got approved. And now you're telling me you can't insure me. So now I'm in the talks of other insurance brokerages, but I have a Mercedes as well. So now my Mercedes is insured with a specific brokerage, but then I can't get the Lambo. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say it was a Lambo. Shit. I wasn't supposed to tell you. Oh, anyways, it's a Lamborghini, guys. But I can't get the Lambo on the same plan as my Mercedes. Which when you have two cars on the same plan, it minimizes the cost of the monthly payments by a lot. But now I have to create two different plans with two different insurers. And so far, I've applied to 7 insurers and they all denied it because they all don't insure cars that expensive. So now I'm going to a private exotic car insurer to see how much it is. Oh, I already showed it? Oh, yeah. Just switch your Mercedes insurance. But here's the thing. I can't insure the Mercedes on a private luxury car insurer because they don't insure cars under $250,000. The Mercedes is $110,000. The Lamborghini is $300,000. So how am I supposed to insure both cars when the insurance that takes the Lambo doesn't take the Mercedes, and when the insurance that takes the Mercedes doesn't take the Lambo? Canada and society does not create things for young people to get successful. I can't get a mortgage. I can't get a house because the society does not plan for 19-year-olds to make this amount of money. They plan for people to do it when they're 30, 40 years old after being after school and being in the corporate leaderboard and climbing up the ladder. So when someone comes up to them and saying, hey, I want to buy a house and I'm 19, they're going to be like, who are you? Buy it in cash, but then I'm at a disadvantage using cash. I'm at a disadvantage using cash because one, that makes me illiquid if I want to buy a house. If I want to buy a $2-3 million house, I'm going to get illiquid. Okay, so that puts me at a disadvantage. 2, tax write-offs. Different structured payments when you're paying versus monthly payments that you can write off the interest in versus cash. With monthly payments of financing a car, you can write off the interest plus a little bit of the depreciation under your business. So in reality, you're saving money financing it versus buying it in cash. But when you're buying it in cash, you don't have to worry about getting approved. So yes, I have a lot of money, but I cannot use it because I am too young, because society does not prepare for young people to make money. That's an issue that I never thought I would have to go through. And yes, Canada does not do shit for rich people. Collateral loans, guess what? My family rents. What do I have at collateral? I can't even get a $50,000 loan from the bank, and I can show them over $1 million. And you can't get approved for a $50,000 loan unless I make a GIC. Like, bro, I'm not even kidding. I went to the bank to get a $50,000 loan because I wanted to invest in a company. And I was this was like not that long ago, and all of my money are in investments, so I can't take it out. And they go, yeah, we're not going to approve you. You're too young. You don't have enough history. You're gonna need to make a GIC, this, that, build your credit, then you can do it. I was like, I just showed you over 7 figures and I can't get a $50,000 loan. Canada is cooked, bro. You pay $2K a month for your 2 Lambos? Yeah, I would be paying $2K a month for 1. Maybe more. Guys, we're waiting for price action to rip up higher. You can see oil is beautifully drawing to that low and NQ is beautifully drawing to these highs, just like we anticipated. We're going to let it make some room a little bit. I want to see it turn up higher, then draw down lower. That's what I'm looking for, chat. So we're on the guidelines of the right bias, but we do have a lot of ways to go to see if we're going to find an entry. So we're going to be patient. In the meantime, have a chat with me. I'm from Canada too, super cooked, yeah. Why don't you just move to a place like Puerto Rico? Because I have family and having nice cars and nice things is fun, but like your relationships are more important. Trump on Iran. I want to have as much oil in system as possible. It's basically a hot shot casino table right now in the markets. Do I have a course? No, I do everything for free. Yeah, same. It's just their trust factor is not high with you because you're inconsistent income as long. So it's inconsistent income on top of that. It's because I'm 19. In their eyes, it's physically impossible for a 19-year-old to do what I did. So they don't make anything for it. They don't approve these kids for loans because they have, like, they don't expect it to happen. Because it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often where kids my age make this amount of money. So they don't do that. They don't, insurers don't insure young kids. Like, you can't buy a house, you can't get a mortgage being younger because they just don't, there's not enough of us that they can live without doing it. You use your parents as a co-signer? No. For insurance? No. That's not how it works. And for that mortgage, I make more money than my parents, so it wouldn't work. I have not bought the Lambo yet, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get approved for insurance. If you put 35% down, plenty of banks will approve. You'd be surprised, brother. Bro, the car dealership for the Lamborghini wants me to put 70% down, and they were still asking for a cosign. Patience, guys. We are starting to move in the direction that we want it to see, and it's creating lower, and it's creating some low resistance liquidity run lows for us to go take when we reverse. So it is a beautiful, beautiful profile that is cooking up. But or be patient. How old am I? I'm turning 20 in 6 days. Why don't we trade at the highs? Because it's basically a game. So, you know what PD array stands for? When you hear people say tap into a higher time frame PD array, it stands for premium and discount array. When you've ripped up so much already and you want to look for more longs, you're longing in a premium. So the volume and the probability of the market continuing up higher is a lot lower as it is. But on top of that, remember I'm AMD, accumulation plus manipulation equals distribution. So the math, the sum of accumulation of orders and the manipulations of buyers or sellers then equals the distribution of buyers or sellers. For example, bearish, the accumulation of orders, the manipulations of buyers is the distribution of sellers. So after distribution, we can't go into another distribution. You know what I mean? So we look here at that higher time frame and you see we had distribution. We can't have another distribution until we do what? Accumulation of orders, manipulations of sellers, distribution of buyers. Or And that's why there's two profiles that the market moves on every single day. Every day, every move is only these two moves. You cannot find a single move that is not this profile. And you think I'm lying? Go on the charts and check it and come back to me and prove it to me, and I'll personally give you a free funded account. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, or accumulation, expansion, retracement, expansion. Now, I'm not talking about the days where it just opens and rips with manual intervention. On a normal systematic day, there are only two profiles. And these two profiles factor into one profile, and that's the market maker buy and sell model. That's it. Power of three and expansion profiles happen in different stages of the accumulation phases. The institutional order flow entry drills are in the distribution phases of the market maker buy models. And specific entry models are only valid in specific areas of the market maker buy and sell model. So when you see price action rip up higher like this, like crazy, what is next? Reaccumulation of orders. If we're going to continue up higher, manipulation of sellers, distribution. Or if we're going to continue up higher on the higher time frame, it's an expansion profile. Or it can be on the higher time frame an expansion profile, while on the lower time frame it can be a power of three. But right now, we have nothing. Right now, I'm not going to try to target this low and this high because I'm anticipating accumulation. I'm anticipating manipulation. I'm anticipating the first two stages of that AMD. So that's why I'm saying I'm targeting internal range lows that were created in the accumulation, because that's a safer target than trying to anticipate a breakout after we already had a 3% breakout in 2 minutes. That's why we're not trading at all time. That's not why we're not targeting more. That's why we're not really trying to trade when we've already moved a lot. Well, this is word for word in your boot camp. I've watched it so many times. Yep. If you guys want to learn everything, I mean, watch ICT. But if you want to learn everything that I do, the way I trade, then it's all on my YouTube already. But patience, guys, we have nothing to fight for yet. We do have a manipulation above that high that we originally targeted, and we're starting to push down low. We're creating an inversion, traded into it. Now we're breaking structure towards these lows. But Ben, when are you going to look for some shorts? I want to see shorts when we realistically break below this low, because the 5-minute time frame still easily looks like it can just continue up to attack this high. Oil does look like it's reversing fairly well, right? It does. It looks great. But it's a very bullish 15-minute candle for me to catch shorts in this premium. We would want to see ideally it push below here. Now remember, if we're catching a 15-minute power of three, you can see that the open, high, low, close, right? We only have 2 minutes left in this candle, so it does look more bullish than bearish still. You can see it's bodying this inversion and respecting consequent encroachment at that 15 minutes. So to me, it looks like there's a possibility of it taking this high, then reversing, or there's a possibility of it just going straight back up higher again. But in the meantime, we have to wait and let the market play its hand, because right now we're on a neutral bias. So we need more confirmation before we pick a side. What's the wheel behind you for? Every time I lose a trade, I spin the wheel of punishment. So for example, if I lost a trade, I would have to give $100 donation to charity, or eat the one chip challenge, which is the spiciest chip in the world, or do the Sprite challenge, or give away a free funded, full port my accounts, or wax my hair, eat a whole lemon, eat a whole egg, free pass, spin again, buzz my hair. You just have to continue to journal and keep enjoying the process, T-Max. That's just something that you adapt over time. What is the Sprite challenge? You chug a whole bottle of Sprite and eat a banana. Gift to charity, what a punishment. I don't think getting buzzed is a big problem. You wear hats all the time. Trust me, it's a big problem. Patience, guys. It's ripping up higher just like what we called it. You might get some health issues doing those challenges. Hey, we live and we learn. It's for the love of the game, guys. Instead of buzz, you should go bald. No, I'm buzzing. I'm not going bald. New hour open. Yep, 10 a.m. Let's see. Shave the eyebrows? Yeah, never. You messed up on that. Patience, guys. Really, 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 we just got to be patient. That's it. Still think it's going to travel a little bit up higher, but there's no opportunity. Like, no one's catching a trade realistically, unless you trade VWAP or whatever. But if you trade ICT concepts, no one's catching a trade since 9:30. There's no entry. So there's nothing to fight for. There's no FOMO to have. We're gonna be okay. Patience, fellas. Oh. One second. One second. Oh my gosh, wait, I might actually be able to get it. Wow, you know what they're doing, guys? They just emailed me, and you know what they said? They said, "Hello, Ben. I'm sorry for listing the value of the car at $2,900, and the previous amount is reference is incorrect. As discussed, the list price of the Lamborghini is approximately $290,000. I will need to confirm this with the blah 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 blah. We will ask you to bundle your home insurance and car insurance together so we can put up your home as collateral." Yo, you cannot, even if you have the money to buy a Lambo, you can't even buy it. Look at oil rip into the floor, guys. Do not look for shorts yet on NQ. Look at that. Is there consistency rules using your code on Apex? Not in the Combine. Code ban gets rid of the consistency rule in the Combine. Patience is everything, though, guys. I'm telling you, if you want to be successful in trading, you have to have patience. You have to have patience. And that's what I want you guys to learn from watching my streams. We're going to find a beautiful entry. I believe it. I believe it. We are doing really well in the markets right now. So we will not be trading like really bad probability price action. If it starts chopping, we're going to get off and not force anything. But in the meantime... Wow. In the meantime, we're going to wait and see if we can find an opportunity. Look at that beautiful rip lower, chat. Now what we want to look for is a body below this low for a shift in structure. Oil starting to turn up. I want to see oil break above this high. Then we look for some shorts. Ask the president, brother, or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Some countries just have some regulations and laws that cost too much for companies to do, so they just don't add their company to the list. One second. Beautiful rip to the downside there, chat. Lovely break of structure. That is a beautiful break of structure too, because it had some speed below that low. Now that we see that, I want to see if we have a little bit of SMT on the highs, chat. Do we have SMT on the highs? No, we don't. Maybe. Maybe. No, we don't. But we do technically have SMT on the oil to ES. Like you can see, it took that low, but it didn't take the high. It's whatever. We got to be patient. Oil looks like it's still rebalancing into that inefficiency. This is not a fair value gap you want to take. I repeat, do not take this fair value gap. This is not an entry. This is not an entry. Okay? Do not take this fair value gap. Please don't. But even, let's say it does rip lower and you're like, Ben, you just made me miss out on an entry. This entry does not work 90% of the time. Okay. Can you explain why? Well, first, it's not a shift in structure because it wicked below the low and it didn't body past it. So you have to wait for a body. Also, you can see oil is accumulating inside of that inefficiency to the downside. So it looks like oil's respecting this PD area already. And if it is, oil's pushing lower, Enki's pushing up higher. This is only a valid entry if this candle bodied below that low and oil disrespected these PD areas. Then it's a valid entry. So it could still be a valid entry, but we need more confirmation before we take it. To me, taking this is gambling. Is that not turtle soup? Nope. I mean, it could be. It's not with my bias, so I'm not going to take it. Again, very lower probability today. We just want to sit on our hands and just wait for the right opportunity. Again, that is not an entry. Yes, I'm still using oil as reference. What the fuck? Oh. For a second, I thought something just happened. I hit the space bar. See how oil is pushing down lower here, chat? See how it's respecting the PD array? See how it trades into the inversion and now instantly pushes down lower? See how Enki is pushing up higher? That's 100% avoidable by knowing what you're looking for and avoiding low probability conditions. One second. Hate dealing with insurance. Colin says, I'm taking the fair value gap. We are taking the fair value gap. We all are. I don't know who the fuck is we, bro. We is as in you? Sure. And I hope it works out for you. I genuinely do. I do. I hope it works out. Because if it does work out, then I could get an entry down here and catch into the trade. But I'm going to sideline. Simply drive without insurance. I'm not even kidding. If there was an option to do that, I would. Because it would be cheaper for me to pay for the accident that happens than to have insurance. Insurance is the biggest scam in the world. The biggest scam in the world. Those motherfuckers will be forcefully having you pay more in your monthly insurance than your actual car payment. No way, the owner of OnlyFans just died. RIP, bro. You would know that? Fuck you. I have a Scat Pack. My car insurance is $725. Yeah, your car insurance should be $10,000. Anyone who drives a Scat or a Hellcat, their insurance should be more expensive than anybody else's. Because we all know how you drive that thing. Who even uses OnlyFans? There's some weird people that pay for that, dude. You know how much money those girls make? 10:30, the real move will happen. Well, hopefully, but we're gonna wait for our confirmation expansion to the downside. Your insurance is $250. My insurance for my AMG is so my financing car payment for the AMG is $1,900. My insurance is $1,000. More than 50% of the money that I'm spending on the car is going to insurance. And I'm a good driver. I've never been in an accident. I probably won't. So I'm just throwing that money away. Okay, I'm lying. You're funny. All right, see why you don't take that fair value gap, guys? See why you don't take it. There's one piece of advice that I've learned through my almost 20 years of experience. If it rattles like a snake, if it looks like a snake, it's probably a fucking snake. If you want to use that advice for colleagues, if you want to use that advice for setups, if you want to use that advice for whatever, if it looks like a snake, if it rattles like a snake, it's a fucking snake. Don't try to justify it and look at the obvious. If it breaks the low and doesn't body past it, if a correlated market that you look at is not respecting it, clearly it's not going to work. Damn, now that I think about it. Okay. Trading PM? Maybe not. Most likely not. Well, probably today. Yeah. I said 20 years. He's 19. I'm 20 in 6 days, bro. I got a tramp stamp that says code pen. Bro. That's insane. Anyways, look at that reaction to the downside after souping this high. Beautiful. What they call the triple top. I just say it's another leg of confirmation. Look at the reaction, how oil's ripping and NQ's pushing down lower. That's a more positive reaction that we want to see. Ah. Wow. Hello, oil. Very low probability today, guys. Where did I learn about the oil correlation? Because once I started using it, I started getting into a win streak. And it's obvious when the attention's on oil is going to move the cleanest, right? All the attention, the whole world is looking at oil right now. So it's going to move the cleanest. Has the most volume. Think about it. Why did we move from Forex to futures? Because futures had more volume. It had more probability. The more volume there is, the more probability there is. So when oil has the most volume, the most attention, you don't need to trade it, but at least obviously like look at it. What's my win streak? My win streak was 8 wins. My losing streak before that was 9 losses, but the 8 wins were bigger than my losses. But then I lost a trade, but then right after I had another huge winning trade. So we're at 9-9. But obviously there's more RR in your winners. Patience, guys. If we don't find anything, then we don't find anything. But I will sit here until the probability of finding something is gone. But there's still a chance that we can find something. So I will get off stream once there's no opportunity anymore for me. But until that, I'm going to continue to watch. Patience. Patience. Everybody like up that stream right now, guys. You guys, everybody hit that like button. Look at that huge rip to the upside. We've now taken the high that we wanted to take, chat. I said taken, yep. What is Jose doing, bro? Oops. 3, 2, 1. Bull. 3, 2, 1. What? Is he trying to predict when buy sides is getting taken? If you're talking about me crashing my AMG, I didn't crash it. And I didn't take it through insurance. I fixed it myself, so. I hit a pothole. Patience, guys. There's nothing crazy going on, but we'll find an opportunity. I think it could present itself now that it took buy side liquidity. So remember, our sell side liquidity is still in play here, down here. Right? That's, whoops. Uh-oh, now I'm looking like Tory trades. Fuck. Okay. Boom. We'll see. Helmet boy? Did you just call me helmet boy? Guys, I know you've been dying to see me spin the wheel, but we're not catching anything right now. I know. No way. Israel Adesanya is going to be on Tradeify TV at 2:30, bro. What? How'd they manage to pull that, bro? Bro, no way. You guys got some bread on them. Quick, and then glaze me. What? Back my Discord trading chat. Discord. 1 second. Waiting for that little push down after taking the high, guys. Want me to show you guys something? Nice. Nice turtle soup. What is that gif, bro? Israel trades now? Bro. Israel Adesanya. He's a UFC fighter. I gotta sneeze. And I doubt Israel trades, bro. Israel. Gotta stop with the name dropping. Dun, 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 dun. Patience is everything, guys. You know who's a big cornball in the trading space? The CEO of Maven Trading. I'd never promote that firm. I almost at one point, but there's nothing to promote. The firm is not good. How much was it on 50K? $250 per trade. Beautiful rip up higher, guys. It could continue rip up while oil goes to attack those lows there, but there's nothing for me to entertain in here. There's no entry for me to take. We're just going to let it move, guys. He's just an idiot. First of all, he's hating on ICT and everything as a prop firm owner. You don't do that. Like, bro needs to be media trained. Second of all, the guy tweets, the new age core sellers are affiliate marketers. Bro, you have affiliate marketers for your company. Why are you saying that? Like, you reached out to me to affiliate your firm. And you're hating on affiliate marketers. Bro, you're the producer of them. That's like an OnlyFans manager saying OnlyFans people are stupid. Bro, you're even worse. You're the producer. What are you talking about? If you're going by your logic, you're the producer. The drug dealer is always worse than the user. Yeah, I know. Bro realistically probably does both. Guys, crazy markets today. Do not force anything. It's an insane rip, though. This is an insane rip. Crazy. Crazy session. I mean, not crazy session, but crazy day. Imagine, yo, chat. Imagine, just imagine taking this fair value gap entry, just leaning back in your chair, just like, this trade's taking forever. Boom. Yo. Like, the RR on that. Like, just imagine you take this one. Okay? Take this, you put your stop loss at that low. Right? Yo, that's fucking insane. Somebody caught that. Somebody caught the longs. One to 23R. Somebody got that on a funded account and had to close because of consistency rule. Just think about it. Somebody got into that long on the bottom and had to close and got a regular 3RR trade on that because of consistency rule. Bro, I'm not even kidding. If I was so dead, like if 100% of my income was trading, I would not trade funded accounts. I would trade live capital. Because that is generational and you miss out on it because of a consistency rule. Like, or a max profit target or something. Just trade all live accounts. On intraday trading, I stick with funded accounts. Nothing really going on. We are getting a nice reversal after taking buy side liquidity here, which is beautiful. You see oil is really breaking structure to the upside. So we could potentially find a reversal here, chat. But again, we have to look at that intermediate time frame. It could just be trading into a 5-minute fair value gap, then turn up. I want to see it trade down here. We got a lot of rooms to go. I'm going to be more conservative today and wait for price action to be around this range before I look for shorts. But don't take a short yet, guys. It's not an entry. Don't take a short yet. By the way, guys, I don't know how... Wait, hold on. I can just check prop firm gain. Which if you search up on your Google browser, you won't be disappointed. So Alpha Futures is 15% off right now with Coben. Lucid is 50. Apex is 85. Tradeify is 30. Fund Index is 7. And Top One is 60%. Not too shabby. All code Ben if you want to support the streamer. How does that work on Lucid Flex where there's no consistency on the funded? So there's a consistency rule in the combine, but after that, I'm pretty sure there's payout caps, but no consistency rule. Guys, remember back then when, like, you guys don't understand. I wish I was this profitable a few years ago, back when Top Step had no consistency rule and no payout cap. You guys got to remember the 5K payout per day happened like a year ago. Before that, when I got my payout on Top Step, there was no payout cap and there was no consistency rule. It was the best firm ever. But because trading got more popular, they had to change the rules. And now the firm has fallen down the rabbit hole because of shit consulting and then not that good of a founder. It's a shame, dude. That firm was the best. Nothing ever will beat Prime Top Step. There will never be a better firm than Prime Top Step. And I can say that. And they have all their money already. They're already at the top of the leaderboard. They have their money, so they can do whatever they want. But it's a shame where their firm's going. No, there's no consistency in the funded, and there's 50% consistency in the eval with Lucid Flex accounts. Yeah, who saw that 10-year-old kid, bro, doing courses already? It's so sad. Bro has a real opportunity to become a real profitable trader and get mentored by the best, and he's choosing to go to the course route already. 2 months in. Pre-high school. Beautiful fair value gap reaction there, guys, but do not take that trade. Wait for it to give us confirmation, then look for the short. Lucid Lucid Flex has no consistency rule in the live stage. In the combine, there's a 50%. But there's payout caps. Look at that push. Look at this movement, guys. This looks like a nice reversal here. We got to break that high on oil, and we got to push down one more time, and then we're going to look for some nice shorts here on NQ, but it could easily still respect these 5-minute fair value gaps. But we're going to target those lows. We can potentially find something here, so we do have to be patient. Stop and drink. You saw who on Insta? Oh, yeah. I have a very busy day today, chat. Could potentially find a short very soon here, guys. Once I make enough money, I'm gonna spend a ban on evals and full port, every single one of them. Yeah, you say that, but you won't. That's like how I said, once I get a bunch of money, I'm gonna do this and that. Then you get a bunch of money and you realize that that's not the best option. When I said once I get rich, I'm just gonna put it all as much as I can in the markets and lock it away. And then I realized that's stupid, and I don't even invest in anything in the markets. I have no money in the markets. The money that I used to have, I just took out for taxes. I have no money in the markets. And I used to be like, oh, that's if once I get rich, I'm gonna put money away and lock away my future. And then I realized, like, okay, if I want to be rich, have a decent life, sure, I'll do that. But if I want to be wealthy, I'm gonna have to take different routes. So instead, I'm going into venture capitalism, and I'm not investing in publicly traded companies. Things change once you get the money, trust me. Your plan is never actually your plan. God has a different route for you. Best prop firm. Again, these three. I don't have them here just because I'm an affiliate. I affiliate for other firms, but I have them there because they're the best three. The best for instant funding is Tradeify. I thought you have investment in startups. I do. That's venture capitalism. No toss up anymore? Heck no. Toss up's done. And this reversal, I told you not to take that fair value gap. See how it's reacting to that 5-minute? I told you not to take that. How many of you guys didn't listen to me twice and took the fair value gap that was here and took the fair value gap that was here? Be honest. Type 1. Any tips for profile finding? I watch your videos often and look for reversals and continuation sweeps for me. Power of 3 and expansion profile. That's it, brother. Use time behind it. Time based. Now, if we get expansion below that low, we can look for a short because we have a failure swing to that high. Patience is key. Once again, I told you guys. If you want to learn about the accounts, you can just search up profitfromgain.com. All the details on each account is there. You can compare them with the other ones as well. Match, make them way to their trading style. Patience is everything, guys. It's 10:30. It's 10:30. No news yet. What the heck? That's weird. The Apex website just went ballistic for a second. Could get a displacement to the downside here, chat, and then we could find something potentially. There we go. Things are starting to look nice here, chat. We're starting to find an opportunity for some shorts. The long-awaited shorts. Oil's starting to push up higher, which is beautiful. Why such a big discount for Apex? I don't know, man. Are we gonna spin this today, guys? Are we spinning this today? What do you think? Yes or no? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. I think we're gonna catch a nice win. So I will, now that we're retesting the low, look for this. Now the only way we lose this trade if it's gonna respect the 5-minute again. Okay. So what I will do is I'll look for it to retest that low again. So my stop loss is gonna be here, 52 contracts. I'm not gonna go for sell side. I'm just gonna go for the low resistance liquidity run lows. That is going for too much. 5R, 256 points. It's going for a lot there, right? How much percentage are we anticipating price action trading? From there to there, we're anticipating 0.6% of a short. So that is a lot. So we're going to cut risk. Whoops. We're going to cut risk for sure. 52. We're going to do a very small risk. Only 3 micros. See, oil's ripping up. NQ is pushing. I'm going to take this trade now without a fair value gap fill using this breaker. Just waiting for it to break a little bit lower. High, low, higher, high, lower, low, shift in structure. Just want to see it push below this open, then I can take the trade in this range. We're tracing into this fair value gap, which is even better because if it pushes down lower, it's even more confirmation. But we are not in the trade just yet. We are waiting for it to trade below. Then we take it. Doesn't look like it probably might not take it, but we'll see. Respecting it. Oil's in that inefficiency as well. Strong lower, 3-minute fair value gap. Give us a nice body for a mitigation block there. That will give us even more confirmation. Oh, if that would be beautiful. Being very, very disciplined on the trigger here. Not hitting it yet. Nothing. No entry yet. Don't take it. Don't take it. Nothing yet. Oil's inverting that inefficiency. But it's cut risk, guys. We're going to limit ourselves to 2 trades today. Both cut risk to equal up to 1 trade. Oil's starting to push up higher off that fair value gap, which is nice. Yes, NQ starting to push a little bit lower here. Buy side liquidity sweeping a failure swing, putting a stop loss at the top of the failure swing here. I'm selling this. Just need to see it give us a little bit more confirmation here. I'm going to focus. I'm not reading chat. Keeping my eyes on oil right now. Looking how it's reacting to that volume imbalance. Does it want to continue up higher and attack the high, or does it want to rebalance and then reverse? See how NQ is pushing lower, but oil's not moving, so I'm not going to be getting in on the trade on NQ there. See how oil's rejecting a little bit, and it's rebalancing off that volume imbalance. Although NQ did hit my fill level, I'm not getting in there because oil is not moving. See how oils is pushing lower again. I want to see oil revisit the top of that high. Very, very indecisive right now, guys. Very tough spot to be in. Got to be very disciplined. One thing that I'm paying attention on right now, guys, is the 5-minute. Right? Changes how you look at things now that you draw that out. But you see oil is rebalancing back up higher. A little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the trade just yet. I feel like I'm going to end up getting into the trade down here, which is fine. I'll put my stop loss at the mitigation block. But oil is now bodying back up a higher above that inefficiency. Oil is now making higher highs, which is nice. That is what I want to see here, chat. Beautiful, beautiful.
Order filled.
We're in short. All right, let's see how it goes. I actually could add another contract. I didn't add enough because of my stop loss sizing here. If it revisits that low, I'll add another contract. If not, then I'll just let it ride like this. Yes, this is the 5-minute fair value gap that I drew out, guys. I want to see oil make higher highs. Oil does look like it's turning up higher. You can see that we have a 15-minute turtle soup there on oil. That's what it's basing this reversal off of. So oil wants to attack this high here. You can see that turtle soup there is what's driving oil to continue up higher. Red can, yeah. Turtle soup, shift structure, 15-minute body above the inefficiency, and it looks like it wants to draw above that high. You can see price action chopped around that low-hanging fruit, creating a turtle soup, and now it looks like institutional order flow. Now it just looks like low resistance liquidity around like simple order flow to the highs here after souping that low. And with that being said, buy side liquidity being swept here. By the way, that's one micro, guys. Don't think that's a loss to break even. You can see a turtle soup on the 15-minute to the downside as well on NQ. So that's the logic I'm using basing this short, because I want to see these lows being attacked. Guys, Peter Tuckman just texted me. 9 cent of Wall Street. Thank you, Rasmus. I appreciate it. See, that's not a good reaction off that 5-minute. That makes me want to close this. But it hasn't broken any highs for me to close it, so I'm not going to emotionally close the trade. Probably manipulation. See how it revisits that little 1-minute fair value gap again. See how it touches it once, 2, 3 times. We'll see. Soups the highs, but it doesn't body above it. If it bodies above it, I'll close it, but we'll see. But I want you guys to learn the right thing that I did here. See the size of the trade that I took? See, I knew it was low probability, so I still, there was an opportunity to catch it, but do you see the size of the trade that I took? I only risked $250. I originally risked, now with these accounts, $1,000. So do you see the size of the trade that I cut like crazy? And that's risk management. When you see that the opportunity of the markets are a lot lower, you do not risk the same amount as when the opportunity of the markets are at an A+. Terrible reaction on oil. I still think it's, wow, beautiful fucking volatility, but not good in our trade direction. I still think that oil is going to end up drawing up higher. I do think oil is going to attack this high, but it is low probability right now, so it could continue to chop and then eventually turn out to the high. I'm not going to close my trade just because it's at a point, my stop loss is at a point where it shouldn't be moved. Right? Price action could do its thing. As long as it doesn't take this high, then the trade is still valid. But realistically, I'm just not going to touch my trade. I'm going to let it play out. On terms of oil, my bias is still bullish on oil, even with this bearish movement here. Markets are coupling a little bit, but you can see it's starting to look like it wants to continue to trade down. That turtle soup is still in play on oil, but the probability of the trade definitely a lot lower. But the risk management is cut, so I don't need to be freaking out over my stop. It's at a point where I don't need to drag it, which means I only put my stop loss to a point where price action should not go to. And if it goes past, then there's no reason being in the trade. That's why I'm so confident with price action in my red zone, because I know that there's still probabilities of the trade reversing down to the downside, even with it being like this, until it breaks my stop loss. I'm not going to close my trade prematurely on only $100 risk on the day. It's either I close now with negative 100 or I close with negative 250. In reality, both outcomes are still perfectly fine for me because I'm over leveraging on the market conditions that are at play. I identified that it's a lower probability. I identified that the system might not work out. So even though there could be an opportunity to make a lot of money, there's also an opportunity to lose money. So I lowered the amount that I'm risking. I have to get off stream soon, guys, because I have to get on a call with the Einstein of Wall Street. No, you don't, fatty. Bro, do you not know that we have a stream at April 8th, 5 p.m. Eastern time on this YT? I will be live streaming with Peter Tuchman, the Einstein of Wall Street, live for completely free. Thank you for the promo, by the way, guys. For completely free, I will have a live stream with me, David Green, and the Einstein of Wall Street on this YouTube channel, April 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm the first trading, like, content creator, like new generation trader to ever do it. April 8th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Now we're going to drag our stop loss to that high. Now we manage risk by like 30 bucks. There we go. Whoops. So we should continue to rip lower here. We should get some volume to the downside now as well. April 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. How much do you have to pay? I'm not paying anything. Guys, you can go visit this website. I'll post it in the to sign up for it. Everybody, if you want to sign up for the stream, which is still technically free, but signing up will give you benefits, you can click that link and sign up. And all the information about us three are there. Not a great reaction, but we're still going to let the trade play out. Yes, the video will be saved. Don't worry. Heck. Bro. Great, I can't read chat now. There we go. What do you guys think about the website? Think it's cool? Website's goated, thank you. Okay, we should get a push down from this inefficiency. I don't like how oil's pushing lower though. That's not good. ICT makes fun of that Einstein dude. That doesn't disvalue what he has to say about psychology and risk management. He's been trading for 45 years. Regardless of what his way of trading is, it doesn't mean he doesn't have value to bring. Buddy has been on the Einstein Wall Street has been on Wall Street for 45 years. He obviously has some sort of insight to give to you guys, to us, for free. That is valuable. We need to break out of this range very soon, guys. If we continue to consolidate in this 5-minute fair value gap, then it's not good, but it does look very bearish. Once we body below that low, then we're dragging to break even, we'll be fine. But we really should rip up higher now. I mean, on oil, rip down lower on NQ. It's a great manipulation wick on oil right there. Are we getting ICT on stream? I don't think that would ever happen. Beautiful reaction to the downside there, though, chat. Maybe if I get like $10 million in payouts, he'll come on stream. If I like break the world record with everything and then publicly say that it's all ICT concepts, then he would. Yeah, well, Kit is like a 50-year-old man that's been trading for 13 years with a daughter. He's not going to join a 19-year-old stream. Yeah, we should start to draw down to south side and break the. Once we break this low, we should easily break these lows here. Right now, it's still consolidating in that 5-minute gap, but once it disrespects that gap, we're going to be chilling. Look at oil starting to rip up higher here. By the way, guys, Apex is 85% off with code Ben. Gets rid of the consistency rule, and on top of that, you can pass in 1 day. Lucid 50% off for your first 2 purchases, then after 40% off with code Ben. And Tradeify, I think, is just 30% off. Very low probability right now, guys. That's why I'm very small risked. Yeah.
Order filled.
Closing at break even. Guys, I'm not trading this. I'm sorry. I would totally stay in this trade. But I feel like my capital is better somewhere else. I'm break evening the day. All right, fellas. I would totally stay in this trade if it was any other day, but you know how much we moved already. Oil's starting to push down lower, which invalidates the push lower on ES. I mean, on NQ. I'm closing the break even. I'd rather walk away. I'd rather save that. Even though it's cut risk, I'd rather save that little bit of capital for some other opportunity. I feel like the right decision here is to walk away. Why, man? Just keep it going. I just don't want to. I feel like it's a better opportunity somewhere else. Higher probability somewhere else. So I'll take it at break even. Sometimes you got to detach from the feeling of winning. You just got to accept that. Like, you know what? It's bad probability. I'll just walk away. Other than that, fellas, I think we're going to wrap it up. I will not be streaming PM session. It's crazy low probability the later on into the day it gets. So I'll be live 9:20 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, guys. 9:20 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry because you do not get to see the wheel yet. You had a chance today at almost, but we closed at break even. But it will come soon. My time will come soon. Guys, we're going to walk away. We're going to be disciplined today. We're not going to fight for anything. No PM session. I will be live 9:20 a.m. Eastern time here on this channel again tomorrow for another opportunity. Hopefully tomorrow is a little bit higher probability and we find some entries. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to finish in prayer and then we're going to end the stream. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go subscribe to my socials. Check out propfirmgain.com. Matchmake your trading style. It's PropFirm Tinder. So matchmake your trading style. Look at oil starting to rip, by the way, guys. Look at that. Glad thing I got out of that. Other than that, fellas, make sure to use code Ben on these firms and all the other ones that are on PropFirm if you want the best discounts, alpha futures, all that. Let's finish in prayer, guys. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another amazing day and opportunity. Lord, please be with us, protect us, and forgive us for our sins, and remind us that everything happens for a reason. Lord, please give us the strength to make sure that we stay on the path that you set for us, Father. Give us the strength to keep moving forward, and remind us that we might not know now, but later we will understand the plans that you have for us. In Jesus Christ's holy amazing name we pray. Amen. Fellas, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, 9:20 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Take care. God bless you all. Stay safe out there. Don't be gambling. Walk away from the charts, guys. I'll see you guys later. Take care. God bless. Good discipline today. Break even on the day. And peace.